Welcome to a new episode and video on my ESP32 Internet of Things and much more right here, which is connected to LED buzzer, 7segment display, light dependent resistor, LCD, keypad and servo motor. Last time I spent some time with the keypad, and then I started with ESP-IPF to get it started, set it up, and get some more done with the ESP32. However, this time I want to start with another attempt with the 7segment display, because what I recently learned is that 7segment display is nothing else but 8 LEDs embedded in in the casing. What do you do with an LED? You put a resistor in front. Now that is what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to rewire everything, and I will disconnect the USB, put 7 resistors between, and then see if things still work. Also, this thing, the SG90 servo motor, seems to be an extremely cheap one, available for $1.50, either dollar or euro or whatever. So the signal that I have seen for quite some time that the pulse modulation is working, not so much for this one, says more about the quality of this motor than about the quality of this. Also, focus is on the keypad, because it says that you have to import the library using the Arduino IDE, and I didn't do that. I just put it in. So maybe I just have the wrong library. Anyway, time to get started with the rewiring of this part. So let's get started. Alright, so first thing to do is remove this. Then I have my hands free for everything else, including rewiring. So what I should do here, take a resistor and put them in separate lanes as well. And that will be quite kind of a challenge. So this wire is going out, this one is going in. Which will go here. And then this wire will be here. And here is going to be a little bit of a challenge, of course, because this wire is going to be from here. And I have another wire here. So this one is longer. This one can be from here all the way here, and with the wire here. At least if the wire goes in, yes. Then another one from here this one should go nicely. Oh, and then I notice I made a wiring mistake already here. This one has to be here, of course. It has to be in the same lane. So this one, for clarity, it doesn't matter which lane, as long as it's not the same lane as this one. And this wire goes in here, free from the others. And this one can go in either one of these three, although I have to make sure that these wires have room to go as well. So I think I will let this one right here, if length permits. So this is the middle one going right there, a nice distance. This one going here. So this also removes all the clutter on those wires, and then the same of course has to be done here, and that is some kind of a different story because they are very close together. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have to grab some more resistors actually. I counted 7 because it's 7 segments, but there's a ground extra, so that's 8. Or yeah, so that's 8. And yet another one. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 segment. That should then be 8 and not 7. So I'm making somewhere a counting mistake. Anyway, that will have to be done as well. Let's check for more resistors. Alright, so all resistors have been put in place, rewired, time to reconnect. This one, the USB cable, which is power as well as signal. And then with the ESD cable attached, making sure that everything is set. Alright, and yeah, that gives a bit of a problem looking at everything, so I have to also be sure that none of these resistors actually make contact. So let's make contact. And a little bit down. So the oscilloscope is set to pulse width modulation for this motor. This is set to 3.3 volts, which is coming from here and drives the motor, but also other things. And these are connected to the keypad, column 1, and currently row 1, and currently also column 4. But like I said, I also have to redo the keypad. So I'm excluding it. Let me activate the monitor. Also the manager and manage libraries, that one I have to take. Which one do I have already? Quite a few, but yeah, then the question is, which one do I have to take? LCD keypad, no. Matrix keypads, that could be. Matrix style with Arduino. I have to take care of the fact that this is an ESP32. Do I see that one? And I'm afraid right now I do not. It says it is not installed at all. Let's just take one, this one. If that makes a difference, then that's good. Installed. So I don't see it in here, but it is installed. So I also put it in the library directory for Arduino, but let's see whatever happens. Let's upload. And whatever happens, happens. Well, so far so good. A little bit lighting improvement. The LCD is being addressed, so that's good. And now you can see it as well. Servo. And once again, let me. This is better. That's yes. 7segment display is working nicely, but I don't see anything from the motor coming from the motor. So in that perspective, nothing is working. This, same thing, everything is 1, not good. Motor doesn't do a thing. So let me check on the directory where the keypad header file library is being stored, because that is maybe a disturbing factor. As a last test for the keypad, I have now found the library that was just installed, which is in a very separate directory. In Arduino libraries, and then this one, so not ESP32 servo or something, or the keypad that I installed, in a very different one. So I changed the path from include keypad into include keypad with a whole path in it. Hopefully that will work, by the way. And that is any find reference. Ouch. So that means that keypad get key is not the same. That requires some investigation. I did not expect this, obviously. So where is keypad? Byte rows columns, yeah, that there are. Get key is there as well. There's a character get key. So why is there an undefined reference to get key? That does not make sense then. And Boolean get keys for multiple things, but it's a Boolean, is pressed. So with this perspective, what's in the other one? Let's open a new window. Where I'm here, alright, Arduino, yeah. Then okay, yeah, I have to go to libraries. No. Typing too fast, making errors then. This is keypad.h. So now let's examine this one. It's exactly the same one. So there is absolutely no difference. No difference at all. So I can close this one. So either one of them works. Which also means that if I now go compiling, there should be nothing in the wrong way, and there isn't. Which is strange, because then why does this one give an undefined reference? That is not one. Unexplainable as yet. Right, does the motor run now, by the way? It hasn't moved yet. So I better have another one for maybe some more money, but this was delivered by this package, so who knows. Anyway, time to get going with what I left with last time, ESP-IPF. Right, last part, I think. is once again about ESP IDF. So last time I created or copied this part with the digital to analog converter. Then going to the same project again, I had the problem that the extensor library was not found, because the extensor library is a compiler that is especially for the ESP, cross compiler actually, and I had to adjust the path. And of course, different than the example that I use, I have put the library in a different place, so I had to adjust that. And now it is building everything which it has just completed. Warning. Oh, this has been deprecated. Unexpected. So I have to find out what I have to use then, because I don't want to use deprecated and likely not working instructions. That is a bit strange to find that, especially since it is with an example that I'm using. So probably since then things have been changed, but this example dates from last year, so that is a bit strange. And alright, here, oh wait, that is a little mistake, but toolchain version is not supported. Expected to see version, this one. Alright, well, it did compile, but apparently I am outdated here with versions. Alright. Yeah, this typo appeared not to be too difficult. But anyway, I can build it to flash all build output, run make flash. Will that do it? Well, currently I'm still using the random access memory for this program, which is still running. So I probably will have to end it. Question is how? Because this is only being ended, what is running here is only being ended by disconnecting this one. And then probably, most likely, that means that this will change from TTY USB 2 into 3, which also means that I have to rerun my config. So how will that end up? And the only thing I can style is just do it. Alright, so this will be a different type of C than in here. Very different. Keypad still doesn't work. Maybe in this version it will. Same goes for the servo motor, but I'm not quite sure about that one. So where to go from here? I think I'll end this here and go for it next time, because this takes some work. So with some rewiring around the 7-segment display, which actually does work now with 3 including the lowest segment. Very nice to see. A servo motor that does not work. A keypad that still doesn't work. Following some instructions that kind of work now. But a flash that takes some rebooting. So that's all for next. For now, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment or suggestion, much appreciated. You can also follow me via Instagram and Twitter. Please show your support by making a donation via either PayPal or Wired. More information on my website. You can also support me by becoming a patron, and depending on the pledge, may have your name mentioned on my website anyway, but also with my videos, either on screen or in the description box. This is of course going to be continued. For now, have a nice day and bye bye. And another thing is, of course, everything I mentioned is under this video. And that's all.